kitchen no mafro ni nyina wo de aba ne enkukuo no modern ones and aba be pimu entade no so free emotofo no kosi nkokora mere wade nyina da wo de aba afi nkodwa no so papa bi kala bia wo bia wo de bia aba papa washing machine eguso 399 Ghana cedis ye twon so beba beba so we benyama mpre ne adaje don ne brebu na so de tuatua kakra na we nyina nkemfo yo Hepa Plus live band beba so dwumadi bia beba so eyuyo ne enwumadi awro nyame ya doma weekend dwumadi enie ja benkum nifa ye kwa ha ne ye ba ha yura ha ne he ye wawade ofia busu nyame ya domo a Hepa Plus live band ba be dwomo se dia mom ba ye wom wedding yijinam crusade also for members in wo moto opia fa janya everyone so abo crusade ba ko mu nyina be sa ba ma collection no abobucho number is 0593 386 133 and 0593 391 848 na woni Hepa Plus live band abonkomo
Donima City Complex ni adansi onye mahana obenya de kama pa Donima ba na nya asam keto ache na busuya Donima si adansi onye man titiri de odebo dan so abefo de oba o ma tropical long span roofing sheets type bi ape bi or strips IBR subtile color bi ape bi anso de bi aba na tropical alozing afa governor standard sheets no enso bi wo plain and all colored enso ewo ho roller shutter gas system no afa automatic garage doors no so bi aba open no hasa unya de papa na kromfo antetew Donima na diaba na on de kromfo enso mo kotuno Donima no de kugo mu shops konko achiri konko Donima se brabaton to fobo na wa nya de ne bon ewo form na do de carpenter for agent with tropical nails no wato ni carpenter's choice 1 inch equals 6 inches ni na wonsa ebeke bi bani wa senior ross na Donima de biaba na de ma Donima dance so ne so bo free technical services so kwa kromfo ba use cancel ma yama Donima so ba yama free brano no nidwa Donima the boss paper products na bedwaso air pocket tissue na cat tissue na tiro no ankasa ni na so kwa edwaso na e kama power try kase okumasi asafo YF Junction wono mo Ghana Revenue Authority wa tamale kamzo be King David Junction and Cranse Kantamanto be Ghana Commercial Bank tachima wenchi kwanso ben kentena na yedon bo chi fi hono mo ana obehu won yemfra Donima wa maiso 0244 126625 ana 0540 10 15 55 ejaba jewelry nie ebusuyen kapon card ye gold and diamond ejaba diamond odi aba me say ejaba sikani payment ni odwen Ghana fo ho tie ejaba nkane nkwada sabre jo so krapa man yire nu odwen ahyeche ejaba nyame nshraw ejaba na ebi enwuma ma mobenye bi enti so de kuradie eno ma hodo na ebi adwume eno di ejaba jewelry aba na wo kire say gold and diamond rings promise and engagement and wedding ejaba na akoto no enti bre wo fancy rings wo necklace waist chains emema ne ma de baby set lady sets nina na sompam no busuya uyo ba toto asena na no sini bia me ha ba bia gi sompam bi da na sene ena wo kosa na bra be man din ko hwesa de no hodo ma ne ko hu se sompam na no a ka pine what am saying yes the power of sompam eno jodie ejaba promise can high street kumasi edum ohu on ena menhia so menhia traffic hodo ma ejaba family house ejaba jewelry ewo home sikampem plan de no nyina hodo akwajo de ahomani 03220 26708 and 0277 10 44 88 Otec school nie ubesua dia ma ho abaw no abayen centro ni mapa Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies and abesua de onyankopon adu kasa kronche kasa polo pese okasa management feature no ha no mount tiem the phone sa no to pese okasa o kasa fidi ahodo so TV ana radio so ana pese otrema the bokrata ahodo ni na vlogging abefudie graphic design video editing audio editing Otec School sports presentation bray na wona ben e wadwuma mu na wo studio ho no aba wo do studio ma akwa practical and some studio kesima ye ama mansan nyina ate won ka okra SSC na wasi bra e level fon so udem wonya mfrenchia dio no mu kro na ginsentwanwa no ho bra no nkyerɛw Otec fmadwum he ya na school ne ewo enti brantem paso na forms no ansa enya wa ho mani friend na we krans na ba friend kai so be call national service that so be attachment obi odwuma obenya BCC a number 0547 823 005 and 0243 842 07 Clear Park Natural Mineral Water nie abadwun so wodwa so abusia no ma na won sampam enso na de kama waso so kroje ne nkrofo ye programs yi Easter yi okọ convention ahodo nkrofo ye saa homecoming na bonso hini no odi mfo nyina bo ho atwe ne din aka ho sofo ye mfo ni bo ho asori din gu ho no ma package ne kama Clear Park fo no madwuma nyame nhira mo pa oboto osahye won all dispensers nso ho no ti na abache de ope no ma ye kama package no e dia bro companies ahodo mo frɛ no mfa mesom nti say word na badin to anase engagement Easter convention conferences ahodo mo mfrɛ no mfa bi emesom mo later and ventures odun ko no bamboo sport ndi hwe no benya bi ato ho ana kin ben ventures so man so that no nya do so po no tu na ono person tax na bribrem no fresh Amas Royal Company Limited wa hwan so 0244 041913 and 0558 001765.
The fearsome three, have a plasma sharp, heavy and plasmos. In no way, a neuro. Why not diabetes be a yano, hypertension? Why I can say I'm not so be a bebu and tuntumanaba, yarnum be. A biotyphoid in a sabay for ya, the unum be a boy, papa, body pains, a hodo, low libido. About what in can't ya, numbi mammy wati, why a merewam pembema numbi. Infections are doing in a to a see home, baby a tone no bianum, Okabusa, in Ray A and Tassa, and Nam Sebri B. Nebom Dr. Eben, Nekofa Baye, friend wa Meso 0542778572, 0542778572, and 0542807907, 0542807907.
So for Yako full time, that woman from Tukwan. Full-time recruitment and travel consult limited. Well, Frefra no pay ya said dan control free so no pahimano. And what to who no subject. What do go to a year Dubai, no kwa ye juma, kwa ye juma Dubai pa. Na de ma a young commodate deal with devil say a visa before payment. Umpe na kiamotium. Eljon for na one a year construction no mo ye ho juma construction workers. Mo na demokro. E je na we buso mintamia ibibia bana mo na wotuo no. Afe factory work no so yere wo kodo akwa ye bi warehouse form ko ye security adwuma mo kwado akwa ye full time na eni nyina de ba wani ye connection man we frɛ no ho no do to busy or blacklist still say on pen ko mo bobia wachiri sanse ne nukuri de gina asam wode num Australia ne do kura nasifo mu hwedwo mu ye de mo kɔ midwives no an ye de mo kɔ mo puta degree ye de mo kɔ Australia na makwa ye adwuma o hospital de abusuakuo ni nyina family trip no na ye hwe ni nyina nso atumi de abamo afi New Zealand so do kɔ SHS kyerɛkyerɛfo ɛno nso family trip no a bro ni nyina de abamo me patro wo bɛkɔ France makwa ye adwuma pa de a na do ho to full time so German broach memo accountant for ye frɛ mo drivers ye frɛ mo restaurant for wo ye adwuma waiter waitress construction workers afi Poland Denmark Netherlands Spain na broach memo ene okwa se hodo si hona we Madrid ne ayi wono basa afi Luxembourg nso do kɔ kukufoɔ mo amokɔ hwɛ ɛyɛ dipa akosiesie fie mu nyina nso ka ho bi afi clerk ne housekeepers no mu nyina electrician afi Italy approach me do beko Slovenia Norway Ireland ho ye do kɔ mo forklift operators no mu nyina mo ka ho bi mo nso ambehwɛ fie mu nyina kyɛ sɛ adwuma no de nsa no nyuma avro ne sɛ ne wa ankasa wobetumi ayi di aboa bia ɛna ɛyɛ full time ɛyɔ ɛde amaboɔ ɛne ya be packing nuane ya be twi sakre ya be hwe sikasɛm soɔ kyɛ sɛ bibia full time ɛde wo kɔ amo akɔkɔ tena bɔ bra ne Ghana hwe ezo tumi mu na pa ne mframa afa ne nzo anto asembe kured ye do kɔ Canada na wakɔ akɔtena wo ye dwuma visitors visa no be o diamount afi UK ɛronso bisofo ye hwe ni nyina ɛde ama ne abusuamu ni nyina mpɛsɛ mu kɔ pehwamo a mesi ye be dwuma diamount chefofo mo amu no anuane aye mo kuta ho abodin no me patro ye do kɔ no wakɔ ye dwuma UK China no na manfo atie guso no mesi jajajajajaj degree for ni diploma mo ya chechefo no mo so yihia mo de mo ekɔ China makɔ ye dwuma na fe ye tuam kaye ye visa B1 na ye visa no ye nyina de ma visa supporting documents appointment date booking so no ne ade USA Europe ni nyina hotel reservation flight reservation birth cert ne passport to mesi full time uti din no atutumirika wode ne pa na ebrewo ezonfo so full line wode kire complex Boak Angel for hodmo a na wormo she complex kwano so hodmo na be wo twa kwan number ni de bia me se record fisa atwere no bia na makontem agyawo wo de fa to recorder na record pen bi dia dia wo so trontentem so pa na fa no manoko egu ho nyame ya dom na nyame dom kakra kra na hwe na kontu no abechia na woni ato kese e wo 0504 161729 0504 161729 and I say 0532 893025 full time abo enkomonawi
Yako abotre clinic na yako akosa ye ho yade e ho abotre fa abotre ko na yade no onsa emfa emam na ofa akopressure kwa so e na ode asa yade no e de amount obi ho no yade diabetes wachi na wose enko obi ho no wa ye mre wo mpem ba de be ma mo pa wo hypertension wo ha so sasa bro aba ne ma nko ye mfa ma ukidini ye so sabo egu ye no asen eno dantia wakumanyi ebo peri usisi eye wo ya stroke fo no ye hia mo papa na ho no nya afa na akwa aduro bi asa genom anasa jiri de bida obebie mia wonsa no wone ano wonsa no wone ano wonsa no wone ano acha kra no bebe ese na otwe nse na yade na firu so mpi na apede yin kuma se santase fanchine bre ahomani nie 0247 904473 0247 904473 ana enkan so la pass tabora number 61 ma gwa filling station wa monsa ebekayen ahoma we ne edidi dwuma o mumfa fast cra 0249164977 0249164977 tema so afienya mate ko hodoma fre 0244770486 0244770486
Ejofo na yesi deni a ibedu edi kakra yi se evangelist da samwanwum Ejofo na Paris youth council PYC ya one more All Saint Catholic asafo edon ewo fansene bra santase woni Otec FM aka tiri dia pam nyame yato a ene ejai ikofura bonsem ye nwuma asedanwum edon kokan dia bomu hallelujah ne nwum ekwakoto dwumadi ya tron safra dwomtofo akudamu a Ghana ha wo de aye nwum gufo mu jajajaja se ye osore ye pa nso jai adwodi kan pa no anwum esa yarewa oyima mercy oba na abrantie no obedru fiduam ha jojo ahen awurade mako ye mu show bi akọ host of show bi kwa ye msi ma wodum message jajaja abrantie ba ye awurade manfo abuhwe nom ne manfo edi adanse otonwi na adanse egu akire no echekuro yi Peter Owusu ansa wono so nwum to Peter adomo e wono so no nyame ya adomo abusanfo kwasi ade be ya wa intentem so wa fuo do so ani nyina nkasa me kwa yie me ko ha na yeze na yakoto nwum no agyawo abusanfo All Saint Catholic asafo ye wo santase fansire bra ana meka obiom se dwumadie no be so ho no na birum pepepe na abusuamu no nyina yatusa bokurukra na yakobaze amana efese de fantini be kanon nti Kwaku nyame ya domo a ye nyina
ne na jojo na enye
no mo pa na de
nti etie fonction so pa
nyame ya domo a
ko sia da we abo 4 o'clock a ye nyina ni kire fantini bra
am so no ya momma mo congregants ne chen sremo
no 9
tem fan raising and tentem where you ko fini ama no tem so nanka yakohia na
right Abusua ya da se ya da ya boafo ase se omo so mi ya de headlines any trends no ebremo sabri mami bochi na mi ko Facebook no san se ye pese ye tinti mo Facebook pa enti no wona wo Facebook a wo share no ye momodin ase mo be share na ma like na ma comment enti quickly mami acknowledge makes messages about Facebook na ye nto aso we free trade Henny Junior was say I'm watching you live from Trade good news Kodwa Sempa furniture ono so say wow what a great morning show indeed Kodwa Sempa ono so na dey dey buy no Slide the great was in UK new law EC chairperson and deputies must go ono so dey no K.O.B Educhum was a good morning watching you live from Palm Beach aka Ado Frank aka Nanado ono so edin message about was he ono so share live from Anmanje Pola say was he Otec morning show the great Holy Born TV was he I love you all family ono so say nani je die no pa Holy Born TV so say good work Musa Abatwa also the message about in a democratic society governed by the rule of law. No one, not even the Chief Justice, is above accountability. And the bomodin say, "O join your Facebook, o be share na afi sunu wama afofo so etimi share na watie ensema ye kanibino." And it is summary ye dani ho kakraba ye ba ye beto so.
Apomodin mapade eno ane hepa plus mixture. Apomodin mapade eno ane hepa plus mixture.
Unia, Pavi, and the black smokes mixture no malaria drona. Ani, say nam sa, wo be the same wife nyina ye tested positive. Ya num bie no. Say a cool malaria morning nyina. Am nyina negative. Ade ho. One ma ye hepa plus mixture no. And what do we nso aba? Sentia. E was our immune system. E strong de bia. Enti Pavi
E support immune system no.
Na plus mox no so e tu malaria no gu. Malaria symptoms. E te say etipaye, afiafie, wonu mu ato, ahoamra no sa. Achekura 4 days na Pavi and the plus mox mixture. One no e tu malaria na sekura. Anya sa dia ko hu doctor. Fra 0542 778572 and 0542 807907. My dear Drone pa Pavi Plasmox and Hepa Plus Nina. A painful about or more manufo and Quadawa in few do you come. Our pharmacist in her bar shop.
FDA aje dweden kra to yatum.
Mami money adwuma. Uda ya ye fe.
Mira me da say. Na esomoye no na aka o.
Ano de anyine ho mame. Aha dan a ya boso fefefe nyina. Eye Donima C complex ahunu say. Etoda enua ye de boya dan so no. Eta hunu anase mpo emuta kwakwa. Eba saa na dan nyunu. Enti o de DSL alloying steel trusses. Enadia ye de go dan so aba. Edam bia utumi de go so. Efo ena enwe na achen. Enti say o de DSL alloying steel trusses yi e go dan so wia. Na o de Donima NMK premium roofing sheets. Enchansen aboso aka ho. Oh, na chese adwuma na NMK premium roofing sheets enchansen a Donima dia ben. Ye o ma hodo. Ye wo NMK long span. Alloying and the governance IBR and NMK nails. Emupia so unisika Donima ema utua ne kakra. Wenum ye latest producer Donima diaba abeka dada ne.
Enti me nkɔ he.
Kwasafo YF Johnson Obenjiare anafre 0244 126625 and 0540 101 555. Donima Steel Complex. Babia at the power F1 no.
Mami pharmacist memua ha.
Hey, wo biem. Wunya nwuye.
Betiase. Heba malaria duro lepekwen no. Mami 10 cartons. Limoja duro lepetone. And also mami 10 cartons. Na typhoid the duro entarafa afrede. Mami 20 cartons.
Papa, adai. What's anya typhoid ni malaria ni biem? Anase se otu nuro ton.
Dabi mu atomi dada. Efri mra menum lepekwen ene lepetone. Malaria na amama ye hojo. Menum no nyoro. Hona mre joint pains, fever, tipaye. Ene awo ni nyina akọ. Wedie Mama sorry for malaria the time for the how mopa
mo me se ko so adi lipiquin any lipitone one dance na malaria ha man for do typhoid the draw entra 5 no so saa na man for di one dance o
me se enye entra 5 a anka ekutwa me so no typhoid nti
eya dokutafo a wasua he ba wo KNUST na ye research sronko adi nroyi abadwa so yanto ho nchia
entra na wa wo hwe abibiduro pa ne packaging edi no kwa ne kumi
lipiquin lipitone any entra 5 e wo pharmacy ni heba shop bi
apemfo emma wo manufo no kwada wo ne fie dumie de won ka ho
atufo fra
0244 827228
obi a me dwebe no ma kira me nanfo se be me wedding papa bi hwerege basa bi a wakoto tatnya buti I don't sweet as and mama bounce sometimes so am die budia but we jam wo ka bia mama ana so be ka bia ma de wa fie kan de kru sa wo wurin so de ne papo monko ejaba jewelry e ho no di pure gold e ya gudie bia Ejaba jewelry. Ahodi na mepe. All right. Yebeko Ejaba jewelry. Ejaba jewelry. Ahona wo pe pure gold. Ya ye wedding, any engagement rings, bracelets, anklets, waist chains. Asumade komade papa. Ne boda from wa ubenya. Wo ye bi e wa Ghana no aye bi nso amanone. Enye kire hoy. Wo Ejaba house. Adum Kumasi. 22nd Street. Monfre 0277 10 44 88. Ene menhia wo Ejaba family house. Menhia traffic lights. Monfre 0277 40 44 88. Website www.ejabajewelry.com and email info@ejabajewelry.com. Ejaba Jewelry. A good day papa fee no.
Adafo Abotire clinic aba ama yade nyinara yesama ne ye yade ben ene ha wo si omonfo dance die
na me we ebudada be 20 years and you say atomic ropa
na stroke ena na me ni mo hihye sa na me nante so a na me bre si ade eye
minya diabetes minya pressure pressure boost me cause me ma koma yakesi afi na me tumi enante na me spinal cord echuya me sia na ye me ya la du me a ne papom eba na me sa fa fom
Chiamia ni masem kan wasena na wasomu a yade be na ejeje wo eye pressure diabetes wo kidney anase eye wakoma waye mre wo mpembe ma wo ba wo pa wo anase stroke ama wuti konwam ene ye pian ana wo de poma ene nante tutumri kabra Abotire clinic yenam akọ pressure kwan so be miemia wonsa ene wo nan ye no ne asan wo yade enkranfo enko La Paz Tabora number 6 Gwai filling station Frayen 024-916-4977 Tamanso Afienya Mataheko Frayen 024-477-0486 ena Kumase Santase Fanchilebra to Yankra was 024-790-4473 Abotire clinic yenam akọ pressure kwan so miemia wonsa ene wo nan ya no etu yade ase
Se unya fapim papa wo ngumasiam a wabra wo na ekoyie ma saa eno ti da bia me kase suku na obekọ ne de hu hia hu se obekọ suku papa ubewi obenya adwuma ahwo no ena chesa mpa wo suku papa eno nti na me kanfo DHI College of Health and Education ediamao ane DHI College of Health and Education bra suku papa ne amount tie ewo early childhood education affiliated University of Education Winneba sounds ne amount tie ewo diploma in education mu ema wona opeso o chirade na qualification a degree and HND holders in Kwan. Kaisa we no afeba ko pepe no wawie your regular and your evening classes. Kaisa certificate we University of Education Winneba and a demand near Mompon campus and a kabom. Enya no kwa ye mantity pa our certificate in sign language. And also chemu e be mantity our medicine counter assistant me MCA. Na fe opeso be top up also our dispensary technician 2 and 3 so and also ye be mantity wo papa bi. You DHI College of Health and Education Echikwan ewo Kumase Patase yeben Dr. KJC Sunyane Sehwi Debiso ene kadezo sono ye podwuma dikadika wo ho from 0244-213-187 0244-213-187
Chania de Sahaba capsules.
Madansi eni.
Hey, enti wo chinye pa na ne what's said to Sahaba? What is sasa?
Mendia, unim bibi. And net dear for once, my jiwadi adu Sahaba meshana. Who come from mami no? Oh, my number tiwa dansi. Mi ampa kaneno. Na misisi na mintimu nyina twetweme. Na mi koko yadia so tete mi. Me number du Sahaba meshai. Ni nyina tuko. And my free.
Adu sanro ide. Ye try de woni na yenye ho achi. Yes, yane kwakwa duro kase me say e pa so kro ne adwumati bebrepe sanye du Sahaba mixture enka mewu na onhwe wodo na me kra me se me bo apaso na nsai die ugina branne
afa eya du Sahaba capsules no se me gina ni hu sa me ye bema mu a
ajanie eya no krepa adu samre obia tumi no bi agisa penfo abatan a wo mokwadanfo ene wona woni mfie dumie Kumase atofo ne atofo kwadu Sahaba center ne clinic I was swami macro go filling station down wemu and swami Pentecost I sold down afe enya na e wa heba shop ne pharmacy biem 31-050-110-115
adu Sahaba
madansi eni
Hello, Esi. Papa to me any dino. A Mansi Rural Bank PLC Adaroma. Ye to Quatinum watching a ya. Menia Giancasa. A Mansi Rural Bank PLC ma Papa Bosevia. Ye friend a Mansi pensioners loan or the ma pensioners en qua. Na unim, or to me ma Bosia Hodoa. And who interest could maybe. Na she say a woman no. A very flexible. A bini a Juman Coso, and a group loan, salary loan, business ni police loan, a soaring punto loan, salary advance. So susu loan, funeral loan, any Amasia Express loan. Amasia Rural Bank PLC or branches B. Or Kumasi Roman Hill, Manson Kwanta, Manson Datano, Sofo Line, Owas Campus, Ahojo Dabain, Cars Campus, Bekwai, Akrokeri, Arian Kwanta, Ne Manson Dubia, Head Office 1 Twok Room, Yawa Santimantelmo, for 020-253-3983, 0277-599-442. Amasia Rural Bank PLC, your reliable financial partner.
Otec FM 102.9.
Don't touch that dial.
Yani taka se ama minuanse ene yade wiase japade kese ekuta pa ye wapomuden tini ka se your health your wealth na eba pomuden a yana nchekere ne nkoma ye ne motwetwe no yana ye preventive health said be ya obema nipadua kwa no ho ye den said be ya yade bi embeka wo ye wo preventive health and ye wo curative health de chekere yi no nyese ya dokotafo ye nhwehwemu research ayaye ene kwan abafa so a obebo nipadua no ho ban se ne be yade bi nka ho to ho eno ene yade bero na se yade bi ka ho dia eno no na wa switch ko curative health wakope ayaresa nti de yade bero ye preventive health ene achede ba kwa onyankopon de ache wa body mu ye stone breaker aban ya friend stone breaker bidimi di ye se dodo na anim eno na yeta frɛ no aboma aguachi anase boma aguachi na yedi hu komo kakra bi nti se bi si wo feature a efi na koi hu a unti aso anase onjunso nguso obemodin apebi na wanonom bi stone breaker sa ahaban broni frɛ no philanthus neroli ebe hu hia so de betu trim de yan se ye frɛ no abomaguachi na dwumadi a sa ahaban etimi dipa ne se prevent kidney stone ene uko ayaresabia mrante ni maba wadodo na no wonu kidney yade abam enu ntino bomodin na se unsabeka sa stone breaker yi bia na se bomaguachi bi hwehwe kira kwan ebi wo feature ameno kase ameno kase a oba Facebook a da Facebook no so nti bomodin se obepe bi kira kwan se utano no bia ebe boawo na wakon kidney stone ebe prevent kidney stone de tosumienu esa promote liver health liver ni obrebo right kateji obrebo no eta eno so bon ho ban pa promote liver health nti no hyene nso afei so esa wo antiviral properties eboa ema any virus infection bi ebeba ni pedua no bia no eboa na ene ne ko sene be ya yade bi te say hepatitis B virus ene sa virus nyarewa a ekeka ho no ebetimi aboa na ene na ko ene ti hyene nso ewo antiviral properties de toso nan esa wo anti-inflammatory and antioxidant anti-inflammatory and antioxidant you see a reduce inflammation entama ehonhoye ne niamane ta ehonhono no eboa emma onipadua no ehonhoye entama inflammation afesusu no eboa ekon eboa si arthritis ho kwan waposo jonkunu kotodwe ade no eno so eboa afei so about diabetes esichire yade so a they say stone breaker ebetimi aboa utano numbia ebeboa na ema ho entanya diabetes afei so wona so pese oboa na usi urinary tract infection amis junso twamu no yade eta kan ye junso twa no so pese usi anokwan a wonya stone breaker ni bi so a eno so ebetimi aboa eninti hyene nso ma me pa enti won feature no efi na ku bomodin se won feature no hu bomagu wachi a on toto na jeje mu na ekwan ba ko a obetimi afaso ayiso American farmer on se wota atete bia bomodin se obema no awo broni be kaso bema na dry ewo a na afi wa de be wasi sɛ wosi so a na afei anopa anaasɛ anwummerɛ wosa atere baako anaa atere mmienu a na wode egu nsuo mu na wanoa no sema bɛyɛ du ɛkɔ sema du nom soɔ no afei wowie a na wama no adwo na wanom cup baako cup ba anwummerɛ baako anopa baako anwummerɛ sɛ wotumi yɛ saa de wei a bɛgye di sɛ ɔdoma nkoma nyansaa mu ɛne ne nimdeɛ mu ahoɔden a wɔde ahyɛ stone breaker mu no ɛbɛboa wo na woanya apɔmuden wei yɛ deɛ ɛyɛ wɔ nipadua no mu na ɛsa wɔ sunsum deɛ so ka ɛhu sɛ da foforɔ yɛbɛka sunsum adwuma a yɛde stone breaker ɛdi ba wei deɛ ɛba nipadua kwaa ne mu sɛ wo kidney wo liver ɛbɛboa wo na asiesie no sɛne ɛbɛyɛ a wonya kidney infection asɛ liver infection biara ɛno nti no hyɛ ne nso sɛ wobɛpɛ stone breaker ɛnɛ aha na yɛde apɔmuden nkɔmmɔ no ɛbɛsi yɛntwa yɛ ho na yɛnkɔgye yɛaboafoɔ nkratoɔ mmra sisiɛ
yɛka nsie no sɛ odidi ma ahotɔ na wodidi nso adi aduane yɛbɛsa wo yadeɛ ɛno na future life ɛni na abɛdwa so abusua yɛbɛlivi enterprise damasina menhyira mo paa firi sɛ future life ba yɛi ɛyɛ ahaban nuaba tosodeɛ mu ahoɔden na matwedeɛ yɛ aduane no nti berɛ nipa no di no a ɔme no na ɛsɛ saneɛ deɛ kuta 23 vitamins and minerals 19 amino acids omega 3 inulin selenium high energy protein na dietary fiber yɛwɔ future life zero future life oats future life protein na afei future life smart fiber na mortar bella brɛ ɛne mpanimfoɔ no nkita ho na wɔnkyerɛ deɛ wobɛdi ama ho aba wɔ future life future life smart food no unya bidia bibia beko yie so for like hey no alignment on more tune na di hwe ni mum wa homa ne 0246 010150 ana 0242 878 090 na hajia mamanie hajia masi atosore be na apɛ dia be na apɛ sa aba omogo echi a openikese ya chechire mu yi ko hajia ma obeko na bebere wo ho no mo wa say eat right and live long hajia mama honie atosodie aduaba haba bia apɛ bia media mo na ba betudwa frɛ hajia mama mo ambetumi na ntia kono so ahoju run about wo no mo a bebia ponko na pɛgye ne nan no obehu no na wa carrot avocado cauliflower cherries asparagus ginger grapes lemon squash ni nyina o de wa opɛ koko abakra frɛ hajia mama o benya bi wo ho no ni aba ho do nya de mun kokoko nyina de boyfriend toast e de ba kokoko bia so de na de hajia mama ho ni frɛ 0244 774 115 ana 0243 787 504
Everyone yento so na yenko handsome happy on promotion no eko so ayeka wo se ene America pa mana moto na eko wo akachi nyoma bro no an okukura de aba fufu blender wo de aba kama pa ya wo de ma body kusi fia we no fufu nya fe na kura so eko so atwa kwam akonya mane efie ho no na adan fufu na ne wo de nkwan gu so afi washing machine nso de bia ba kama handsome de no na ye sound system no ebi ho gas cookers blenders ahoro juicer cylinder fridges no any TV brands bia no ahwehwe handsome de no na you afi nkukuo no so ne nyina de aba modern kuku papa bi no de aba microwaves ahoro no ho asodu nyoma ahoro no de bo atwikwa brama ne nyina da handsome ne wo bi eye papa fan nso de etim ho de bo ho de gina ho de konkon ho ne nyina handsome akofa de aba rice cooker no so papa bi na ode aba de ba handsome mo dan so sena foforo no se air fryer no ode aba no eye du twemu na we wo chi eye na ntwina mo na se bia fish bi na o pese wo chi a we won fa wanka hu air fryer no anka se benya daje na aye kama ajama se bi kura no akokɔ se bode na pa bode jo na peso yo a ni nyina air fryer ebe odi abon special blender no so eno so be blend fruits no nduaba no be blend wo bra wo fasu nka ho itube etem kon de ama na afini no ai de hanso makofa nyina de aba mepacho eno anso odon betumi ato kese na hanso mo abo wo wadum obe prudential plaza no a number no pe boto ho tentem so na ne pedifon kasa 0550 0550348 212 na ne hanso mabonkomo am de ba clinic say ye ne yaba nkwa nye wurade ye de hapan di dwuma sonko ya de ro de bo atwiko abrama ya de bia tudi ne bodin am de ba clinic say bitu say de bampa so ba haban no na ye de ato fom no gina so bi won so ba bia ye city pa ye kura no abi woni trifa ye te aban no ye de atu ya tu ti so sa prekope no bo say tipa no say den na dwane kura say tufa hen say memfa hen diabetes ya de ye de haban ni bitu say de mabo ye specialist wa haban mu a ya ben pa potential ya de ni nyina da ya de we ni say ni eduro da bi am de heba clinic say wo wa potential duro ya odi tu ase de mabo ni nyina say wo benante ehuru so gidia na mo na wutu na tumi abo wo afi nemu mrejo ye konkra no di ujo so na wadwo so ha kudu ujo so basa oba no ane no etu kwan bedwa pa me patwoko na amdi wo ma hodin bread pedwedu na afi Kwaku donsu no nyikiri jan ema prostate ye cancer no so ni nyina itu ase afi dufom kokra mo ya de edi nipa to ase do pa ma dodo no na wo mu wu wo ho amdi say small little disease kra de ba no afi bi kra no ba wo no so ayedin de amawo a me patwo amdi betu ase hepatitis A B NC ni nyina stroke ya de ni ya de ni nipa na ebe say na ntwe be na ebe mpatwo da bi di papa make us bia na make us crowd fiber ya de no etie na de koku ya de nyina itu ase de amawo blood group oba ye wo ayi lab come yes in come I did one by Bisham hepatitis B no be check diabetes I want sense more am the back clinic say ya ba enko hia wurade ampa efofo ye check when ye bo ase inhia ye so ye bo ho bo adwuma pa be kwa so abeso na ye hye no ma no ya de hu hia me da biara say asem no e metonton asem no ma ni mu amfa no ma de say de wasa kapuma na wanwemu amfa wie no number is 0558 591113 0558 591113 and 0204 386174 dan amdi ewiwi
Achoma mansa heba center ya demo aduro no ye kwa akope koko aduro na ya de asa ye ho yade koko yarefon ewo so obi hu mabo nti Achoma mansa heba center edi koko cream ene ne capsules edi aba adansidie ba na eba obi horma koko na guru prekesin wodi onyanku ne biatibi na faye mu obi de afifiri ne tumpo ano unya bi na de ye hodma de fast awa wodi ye hodmu clean hodmu kama enu ano no obi ho se mekokobo na no grade ya papa bias mo ko se so de ne se piansa na ko onya bi no se o maboa me papa ebieu obi ho hodma ka ne mini musa na so yare hene de kakra fata kra yima enu ano no ni gogo to nkwanta amapai oba bi ho hodma so na kwaso akuma no na ba be so mpani se yade ye bekum kraman ena to na pampa mo ntimisre wada onya bi a ebeboa wo hwan ene we chenyifo obi ho hodma oso ase koko no ba bi afifiri mi na afifiri mi ba bi bone ni titru ene emema no wode afabi ye ho wodi bi ye ho a woni koko to nkwanta mapai obi de okwa de na so a moja nko na eba topa ye no onum bia ebeboa wo a wo hodma omini mu yo hene wonum topa ni bia ebeboa na emema no krampo de esan so boa ema musisi na eduru me bia mosa ye mo yo se koko no etimi di siyade ye bawo tunya koko cream na nya koko capsules na mesi nyasi koko musi ni eduru da bio na napoko agiman sa na ye frɛ de kofa ba ye no enam koko aduro ni ntise de amanfo yisu a agi omo no omo frɛ no Dr. Koko a ntimisramada mamo mfa ni agro kra agrekezema ye de bia kwa akogu hodom atwema ya bi ebi hodom ena afi odu ani ekire unit wa ho so a ebi ewo ho Otec FM wa main gate hodom a uduru hodom ma fefu bi won betire hodom bowura hodom koko nkunu bi ho ena afi koko capsules no topa ye no eno so ebi ewo hodom nebom Dr. Koko no kofa sa aduro we ede ba ye no mesrew frɛ no sa nwa we se so sesi a ne obɛfrɛ no kra na kare nemu a na epai ba bia aduro bia no obɛkyerɛ ba bia benya bia tuo bia no obɛkyerɛ ma so akwa konya bia tu ahoma no eye 0244 222029 misi Dr. Koko aduro no so biu 0244 2029 wey eye Dr. Koko number no a obefra obenya no lightweight company limited dem kan tell me say what is dissolved toilet facility the abadwa so na di amafo ka giremu say we say kan social say toto yakwabra na abie ne bola na yimu nsuo na nam gota musa na dissolve ba ye di ababebu amafo security wo mu ne say wo ye mfie bebrebe na wontwe da ekwa be ase mfie du brem ya ba be ye bi wo tek ahwedom e ba fi ha so ye ntwe da pramso hene na jampotua ya otoso mienu akwa bi bi ama se crowd or crowd or catch them for the same obia anya bi eno na mfaso yes I'm telling you eno na mfaso so ampa no dante ya busuafo matters of Uganda Jubri yakwakwa ebi di amom hwedom egu school mu honom enya agro omontwe da na prempe assembly hall we de menkan kumuso boa meetings ahodo hwemu ahodo ya ekoso honom yakoye bi ma omo case die obia na obia ni asem obundi twetwe bia ni asem na no ade bowura mazi ejajo bo generator expert wani aje ho pa o recommend ba amanfo sa yedase yebo abaso sa recommend amanfo se betimi abo antin sori ahodo no ya na unsam congregations o mudoso pa moya munye bi ebebo am hotels ahodo munye bi hostels ahodo munye bi nyuma ahodo munye bi wate na be se na faso mu hia wasase kakraka bi hia wa yo ros de hia ne so obekire se ha na be se mode se na ye de aso oboko te se de Otec FM had mu de ayada zidi amanfo ba no abehwe no magina so ne yakwa akoye bi na ye de ama wonom obani kwantrefo no otu kwan mese waba enti hwere kwa waseda house word ma ye de K.O.B FM no din hwe ni mu bibia ni a wo de free light word company limited say dissolved toilet facility no ohia bi ene esima kakra bi na wonsa ka 0244 591 861 0244 591 861 eya homa obenyano ewoso
na 5:30 catering services so awo ha na mabusua nia 5:30 catering services kan nyina ene se ebreso so didi de hwa na wo kro aduane bia wo pa bia wonma ye bi kama pa na do hwe so osiesie ho be kwa bia betra didi awa tunsa pa wako be bi pam o tuozafi o sanso na emono ne akokọ mo ne fish ewo ho no mo fufuo ne nkwan bia wo pa bia wodi bi aba ho no mo sanso benkunu tilapia so osiesie ne kama pa benkunu mankwan so a ni na waye ne kama na media be kwade ya megie de bofuro no se mpani so bi nye otwen kwan ma no nye de wabra bofuro na so na ya moka otwe bi ni kwan no ye ka no bofuro so na okwan wa ye bofuro na abusuafo de papa na otwen okwa na pantan no so ubom buru na ne sinimi awurade nyankopon ye kama pa obedu no ho 5:30 catering services into your wedding engagement birthday a year for 5:34 we shall non do emo non kwone fa no osi won ni ajo potoyuwa watwi ayi mekoi e di jeni kakra ne kekedo kakra guno yi fufuo no tunu osan kwa no guso aja wadwa 5:30 me ko ado wiye ya mam keska ko 5:30 me ko anyi miska ye hian me keska we go di free asaba me kwa Tech Junction foot bridge ni nchia hono mo a Tech Junction foot bridge ni nchia hono mo a na 5:30 catering service omodia ni bi ni won awurade nyankrompon hwe we dey friend ni padi an nipa na ano a fa number na frɛ omno mo bi 0243 46 3365 0243 46 3365 wo office baby a obi a friend so be wukem no dia besomo
yo okay yeda mase tene sem butwa mo ba ne atwa so all right abusuafo yeguso Nyansapo dwumadie na wasuguso a wuti anopei enche na yebekọ ye discussion segment yebetwetwe nkomo na otwi mu obehye ne nso a ye kasafa over politicization ye kan over politicization ye kire amanyo sema ye yema ne broso abroso ye de sai niema ewo ye man mu ha eno ho asem na ye guso a ye di ho nkomo enua ye hyase ene so ye betoa so na enche ye bekọ ahoma no so na ye ne mmeranimfo bi akodi nkomo afa chief justice nsensema ekoso wo man mu no ye bebusa na dwenkyere ne ahwe se aso ye ya politicizing ana se ye ya de amanyosem afore no asai no ana nti me koso aka o se mo amuhwe Facebook live Otec 102.9Fm no bomodin ase wo de wo voice and sorry wo test wo comment na beba na fe so mo mutie radio so metimi de mo voice notes no aba obetimi de afa 0505225578 0505225578 odi wo voice note no fa ho ensema a twaguo no the major headlines no obetimi akere wadwene ewo ho na your voice note segment no the fearsome 3 Hepa plus Pavi Plasmos omuna eso yasene emayede mo voice note no abremo enunti no sabre mo voice note no kakraba yebebo na yetie de mososo madwenkyere ewo ho
Good morning, K.O.B. General ni Mekase Free Savannah Region Damango. Nyansapo ne de ehia me kura che medachi. Sura no panazement bia na bibi ya yeme. Anopa mi busa se enti niema ekoso yi TV show, obeso TV na akonfo ne abosom ene okot people no mo influence amanfo scam amanfo fraud amanfo live on television. Nti sa ne ma we nyina nti ade papa. Bibisa se so nti sa ne yetena omemu na sa ne chichire omam. Me so we de mo educate ye ho mo nka ho asem because me dwene ho amenti ase se ti omemu na sa ne ma na ekoso.
Hello, Otec Bedjafo, Nyansapo Bedjafo, me church Otec Etifu nyina me che obi a K.O.B echiamu na edwuma pa moye. Efra me da hin me kasa free tabu mase. K.O.B me de oman de ha ye pa ye se enema we ekoso yo. Aban bia ba principal ni ye yinedi. Soja pani ye yinedi. Chief Justice ye yinedi. Se mpenimfo de adwumade anu o Ghana nyina wotumi ye obi yedi. Enema we na Ghana enkoso no. Ghana ye bebre papa. Se enema we ansesa. Me da se nyame nchira me na edwuma pa moye. Bye bye.
K.O.B ano pe nyame enka mo bobieni asafo se MPP ba NDC ba na sa judicial police military ene adwumakuo ahodo a eye oman no edia no ye bese sampanimfo edede da no dia na je se ye de oman no eye politics yesre chief justice yi Mahama asesani enti de wono so eyi na aba no foforo ba ono so onsesa no omunya de omo ye no oman no omo se no esa na ma amamuo ene emrantumi nya adwuma oman mu K.O.B nyame enka mo
Mira take a big for we be ache why the nyina be fi me dredo adoato bansema na basenso ba chimpesuaso na no pay mira ho e say ye judiciary no atofom neutrality ni be bia judicial course amene we justice wine cry na we senior se bi say aban bi ba obetumi afa kwan yi we free so se bi yewura John Dwayne Mahama ye campaign o kasa Kufuado apake court na oba obepe kwan bi so no balance no se bi obi a nim sem say ma CJ offer right through the channel na high in the ranking na so he dey na asi
Abrantie Nyansapo Kwaku Owusu Boateng K.O.B katechi memo achema omoni adwuma ye freme yawo amponsame kasa free asante achim kurufa himfie omampani ma ka kire se 24 hour economy emabu nya adwuma nye obepe dwuma mabu aye ene ne mabibire o promise yesre no onhwe ne onfene ni si ho no wonya chief justice aya o so obi ne frɛ eno emfa so obi emre
Mira memo achi eburu oyibo Boateng medrodu ne behin media maka the attempt to remove the chief justice no a very suicidal. Ghana is heading to a wrong direction. In fact, judiciary no you identify the image of the judiciary and this decision way pa a very dangerous in the history of Ghana.
Nyansapo Eje kuwadi nyina ni ataya oba pini oba etinwa be ma ba kope apan yonso. Jago enema ndisifo yekuma nyina no. Omunhwe ni yo na ede yeni nkaso afere mo apam afere chief justice nso na aduru no so. Bokuntokwa Mahama shebo nonko pata na galam se no so wontimi in fact no nya amapam we imaye no no man no nya ne dia yakunyame nkamo.
Hello, good morning, K.O.B. The question is how ya mampanyi wa matu abama na so media mines no. Obebu institutions ningi na wa maso obeye omani hiu. Wa maso obeye omani the open owias nsabeka nto no oni omana bro. No sense institutions ningi na yemfa no. Go Tom Ghana no kra no yebetema yenkoa.
Hello, Mr. K.O.B. Christ has been come from Richard Obi Pukumika Safri Aswansi. Mr. K.O.B. Adi anopai de Aswansi, the street bugu ma ye kan ho asem wo mo amafidi kese yesu na mpanyfo behwe eyema ye ne yesrem mpanyfo omume complete emaye tisi ansu otuto wanhwe anasa akose kra ma kwan na sikra anti yesre ye mpanyfo Aswansi dila yi line finfin honom no omumehwe no munyema ye se de be ya asumdie meba na ankofa oye ne bi amma Aswansi ma me kwan me tia jabe ndi cham so masena na nso kutwi the wapage one na yere madora omo Aswansi omsu tie mu pa bye.
K.O.B. Anope me chano Bedjafo nyina medini na nada akon CEO of Immaculate Art Aluminum and Glass Atoma Boaso mamemo wabaso ewa adwuma so a oye na yenka nkyere ye nuanom NDC fo ne Owura Mahama se emle ye ninkaso mehu ade pa Chief Justice waye boni bia waye tenkyena Owura Mahama ne NDC fo se omu yi na firo eye tumi na abedi o monsam no ene o mode ye de o mope na Ghana fo ye ne ya na ye pe
Otec FM 102.9.
Don't touch that dial.
Otec. Otec FM 102.9.
Don't touch that dial.
Okay. Na afei akɔfa ɛka abrɛyɛ na ɛde nkekaeɛ abɛka hɔ man no nyinaa menu mmienu na yɛbɛso aka no nti no ɛdi sɛ yɛka na yɛgu so twetwe nkɔm ma menkɔ Facebook na quickly menkenkan mo comments na mode aba no bi no na yɛmmra back to the studio na yɛne lawyer nkɔdi nkɔmmɔ ɛmfa nsɛm a ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ ɔman mu wei Kwame Fosu a ɔgye firi Atwoma Bɔkɔ abotan so was it up to Ghanaians who choose incompetence over bold solution? We told Ghanaians that JDM and NDC are very good in talking, but implementation is their problem. NDC for the say whom we Kwame Fosu from Atwoma Bɔkɔ Abotanso. Ono dia odeba ewo social media Facebook ne comment no where Masaud Kumase Bantuma also the suspension of Chief Justice is part of the process of NDC's resetting Ghana agenda policy. Very soon they will pursue their agenda to dismiss the current EC chairperson. In this regard, we are making the tenure of these constitutional bodies conterminous with the regime that appoint them. A classic example of bad precedents resetting Ghana agenda indeed. Regards to Chairman Odino Kwaku, Chairman Odino Kwaku appear. Way free Masaudu, Kumase Bantuman Odeba. Crespo, also the free Fufu, or say always gory accident at Accra Kumasi Highway. So my question is, can't we do anything about it as a country? God save us from our bad leaders. Greetings to MPP media. Where's with Musa Abato? I see in a democratic society governed by the rule of law, no one, not even the Chief Justice, is above accountability. The idea that the prima facie case shouldn't even be considered simply because of a position, as some in the MPP are suggesting, is deeply flawed. Thank you, Mr. President Mahama, for your bold and principled leadership. Your decision to suspend the Chief Justice in line with the advice of the Council of State is a clear demonstration of your commitment to the Constitution and the rule of law. We, Esusu Efri Musa Abatwa, Nedia Odebano. Enutino obetimi akoswa ede wadwenche no aba on Facebook and your social media handles no. Sabre dear lawyer George Anti or your private legal practitioner or wa homanuswa yene no ebetwetwe nkomo. Lawyer, mebajo good morning.
Hello, mini abema. Good morning. Otec for home to say
Nyanko padum Otec for etio nyina echiao. Nyansapo na wasugu so take. Na lawyer, and a quick one. Your judicial system no. Ye set bad precedent ana. Ye twa saboni bia to ana. Ye shansha semfri.
Well, mini ameda senincha etio nyina so. Same way, say you didn't come more previously, Mama Kanda say, maybe why, yeah, I will say yeah, very careful, especially because democracy now, yeah, practice what Ghana has, and you're matured. Democracy, yeah, practice, near typically a different race to the bottom. Race to the bottom, no, as a training saying, wetin me ne waka me no ye taade ye ho pa nti obi ya ade na saade ne nye kra na next cycle a different person beba no anka wo expect so be ka so de bi da Sadi we die yen ye biem yen ko ye chi biem yen sadi we biem ono ba de ye na se ni opponent no kasa ho a wakase ana se me die am ye kra eye sen wo die no because wo die no ubo nipa be 10 asum me bo asum no me bo nipa 8 into osha ye bo nipa 8 asum a eye better thing ye bo nipa 10 asum. That's the kind of politics any democracy I hear practice say or Ghana has say. Inti ye set a precedent be a me ha me papa because different person beba. Enye den. Yatna Ghana has say for some time. At least would ye found yourself from 92 cry ye start say ye practice fourth Republican friend is saying amembu na ye you so 1992 constitution na. Yehu in society between NDC MPP. In the enye den and then NDC na wa beam. How many years ago? Just last year, na MPP na wa beam. That is some beam. Eye den a chest same cry. That is some beam. That is what history has taught us. In the yes, president bia. Say ye fa kwan papa so. Say ye fa kwan papa so. It's a sabi mo next person obeba no obesi say oh na somebody mo dey inti ye beba be ye inti me personally dear who be some my personal opinion I'm a little worried about the precedent I hear certain because not and I mean I am separate away from issues no men can say dia asembie ni wa what say ye can and I say ye hwehwe mu and I say bibia o enye sa na meka but me can say the kind of politics I practice in Ghana has seen. Once we set a certain precedent, we should be ready. Say in a few years' time, say nyoma sister biuma na nyoma dani biuma. Ni obeba no obeba de yibi sanity. And if we want to get to a place where you see I mean okay say yatuaba na say political party na okuta tumi no sesa. You very well say, Nyoma Bebre is a number one, president is number two, the executive for no money into ministers, CEOs, Badawaba CEOs, DCs, the whole executive mean no problem. You mean parliament so no. Members of parliament, so you're almost into the paya to Abama no for the parliament, no problem. Yes, I say near good points here. We achieve justice so president to say ana unim say oh and your name raso into the president me kwa menene na eko. Me say sana ye say ye can man could do dia. But nya ye to say the American not because there's no issue to be answered or means answer. I have to be very clear about that.
Right.
But what I am saying is that because we are not matured enough, the democracy we are practicing is not mature. The kind of politics we do in this country is vindictive and retributive. We are a vengeful people when it comes to politics. If we set certain precedents, we should know that the people who are coming, they will try and do the same thing. And I made these comments timer. MPP for Madam Charlotte say I made these same comments. Me cano Ediana as a prophet of doom. Me many years in Americano. Me can say more the among chain a dear than me a Dania ye did see hope. And you know who we near to know. And you did not Obi Abase Obi Chief Justice no. Ebi won near to know. And not to say that assembly who I keep repeating that because we need to separate the issues. No, there are issues. Yes, there will always be the issues. There will be. I keep saying something. Say, ube to me afa kwan papa so edi ayade enye. Ube utimu papa se me pese me ye bibia. The next step they say okay enye kwan den so na ye betumi afa de aye. That is it. What utimu previ? It's what they are some court. Now before. Judge that's my assembly so cry we bu aten no why na dwe to say the idea share announce video any idea or more or not almost a crash from honey idea. Why am I giving? What we are running for power, we are just a winning mapa. How over than Daniel. Now we know results out. Sana at the end. In see, conversations be by ye na ye TV. Me the baby America streets no near cost was on AI ye na ye TV. Ye nyanin here time abaying to say in fact before abaying this is a crime. And go for be share bobon to be say ye say. Even about current EC chair, the Madam Jean Nelson, NDC will be the grantee introducing and the Nakasa TV. Maybe some nobody, but me TV map. Ebinom can say on Nagasa Oninia, a man anka only kind resigning on the human to okra because omoba the
right.
People have granted interviews and then said this. The Chief Justice, similar comments were made about the Chief Justice. So when it starts to play out, say now, Emma, you move because you're confused, because yes, she has questions to answer. No problem. She really has honest answer. But because what you put it, you can't it do one hour, am I started 3 years? You say, who you say, and no, now, oh, yana. Now, Casa Obeyano, and no, now, I start to yana. Into president, the media over the Samia, we are setting a bad precedent, a very, very bad precedent, and we will see the effects later. Maybe this precedent wasn't even set today when it comes to removing people,
right,
and using the process, constitutional process to remove people. It was not set today. Maybe I made it in recent history. It was done to the EC chair.
Right.
And how many years down the line we are doing it to a Chief Justice? And I am predicting that if this process goes through, and the Chief Justice is really removed, I'm predicting to you that the constitutional process will be used to remove somebody again.
Right.
And we'll sit here and have a conversation again and say, hey, and see, because we should not get to that place where we see commentary media. I mean, commentary kind of hanging. Same way when the uncle say when the buying do has say no or the judge be no yeah way again the human oil. Now no the human oil. Because you see, I mean, okay, say maybe a petition, no, who be, I mean, who as a part, be a you should screenshot, say, yes, say, allegedly, yes, say, you need to find, and the Bank to find, or my judicial service, Kana, a year then, presidency to find on the rainbow. Maybe or a government official. Maybe to find on Nagasano Utia. So let's start thinking about certain things. Meaning judicial service policies, no. Meaning I am not aware of what the policies are.
Right.
But let's not be too quick to judge sometimes, because this country, and we've created a certain benefit system for our officials. If you find out, sometimes even seeing you, benefits are the mom, obinya cars too, one saloon car, one SUV. Now we're saying you're dying at a posh area. We're saying your way, when your way, a bit more pensioner. Now you're swaka, you more money. Look, we've created a serious benefit system for our officials. So don't be surprised. Do not be surprised at all. If you ever show my other banning na a benefits she is entitled to achieve justice. Previous Chief Justice also benefited from the same thing. Don't be surprised. So let us not be too quick to judge based on no maybe because maybe I mean said for pray to me any name for pray on my way mainly because of benefits. And if it's no a yes chapo baby nipa bako benefits baby sanity.
Right, lawyer.
For recently, almost salary near the end. I say, nipa bako punching outside the way now. travel allowance, and then they move there and there because these are not public things. They are not made public.
Right.
And see, yes, the little that we know, let us not be quick to judge. Let us find out. Say, Anna, they are policy no maho pansa, and random maho pansa, and a chief justice no, a K.O.B. A friend, the director of finance, say, hey, this Ramo, mon it's not me and me boss, and I say, mon Thomas, I need check on the so, oh, yeah, and so I'm papa studio. And hence, I should train there, I will say it's meditation as well. Let's not be quick to judge. Number one, we haven't seen the full petitions. Number two, we don't know what the policies are. We don't know if she broke any of the policies, if she broke any laws and all of that. We don't know. But let us be careful about the precedent we are setting because somebody will repeat it.
All right. Lawyer, last time I knew didn't come on. Say, sa statement I'm a key, no. That's so, the meeting pass, Utimifa, a quite papa so. De ye adia ebe wie bone that is a man ye hu pa se wo de mra e achieve wo mischievous and say utimu pobi wa ba emfa ensunsuaso pa embre nyina eno na man ye hu pa the last time you didn't come no o can see so na said ye wo kan no e wo MPP abreso electoral commissioner oboa me to aba esan say before 1992 about one leadership on sensem a very critical issue say duru sa bere no a ya na nya asem ketwa MPP bae no NDCC o mo kan ya NPP nti o ma sesa no ana electoral commission yesesa no say one of the major institutions a last resort for justice a justice system assemble timi ato me you feel say hodie the asem no koto ha enka yebenya atemua papa enye on partisan lines e bia amanyosem ni ade se si ken na wo ka say wo so strong point say o follow constitutional process ya hwan ya establish prima facie ya manatena say e besi wa asem no so say enka eto de bi wo ha enam say yebetwa saboni bi ato ho no enka yebetimi agyae ne mabi dan say yebetimi di yebefa mra kwan so achieve yetimu pobia because now ne eyakoye obvious say street word be kan say wo ba yebese sound and ewie kra na agimensa so scroll onye ready yebekọ no ntisi ekoda so na afi wo say yisu yebese sana na say ekotoa so enti no ekwan ayefa so de mra krona nkasa no achieve ye whatever political parochial objectives because now we na be the subject of contention wo mo say o mo na mra so e no mo de ye o mo nkofa o mo nkoti mra o mo nam emra so na o mo nam mra so ya o mo so mo follow processes na dodo no so feel say we over politicization no some mra any the results are ebeba na o feel say betwa sa boni ato ho no. What do you think going forward no? I was a shiny pa as o mine.
Okay, Meda Seminia. I was very happy with how I put a question. No, any maybe I will kind of edit twaso. Ebia ye we are ye the east no so bad at twaso nyage. My main smart and this was was streets no so sure. What means say ye be easy chair ye here chief justice.
100%.
Chief Justice plays a role
right
in the removal of the EC chair. If there is a perception, say Chief Justice we own wire, not say you can see EC chair, you really can't Chief Justice no. Near the nipa or no other wine at the national. We are EC chair now ya can't say you be no. Now say a starting process no because this Chief Justice now the abano the near pen or no be amayin. You see, there are those little rumors that are also going around. Streets no so and for can say ye Chief Justice near the Nepal MDC for no pay some appointed as Chief Justice no ever the see so say next person EC chair now say activating process no for EC chair now a do Chief Justice in Nimudia and you're not the and nam ne kwan so no you know. That is the conversation that is happening. Maybe let us wait and then see what happens. But to the question that you asked, The way forward, no, and I say, how do we avoid this is that people must look at issues fairly. They must look at issues very, very fairly. We need to understand that there are some arms of the government that we can play politics with. There's no problem. And this goes mainly to the politicians. The politicians and the citizenry must understand this. They must understand this and must understand the problems it will create for us if we don't do things this way. Executive, no. You bet me the politics. You bet me the problem being legislature. The way a set up no a amanyosem na no omode be any problem because they are elected on amanyosem tickets. Any problem. Amanyoku ni ade na omugina so the election. If you call independence, independence, parliament. I also only one side etna. In politics in parliament is okay. But about judiciary, that is the one place where we should not see partisan politics play out. By the architecture we've created in the Constitution, no. Yeah, the ending to say US DNA, a judge, no, only say we're a Republican judge, and now we're a Democrat judge, because we share the way and the way, look, we're a liberal, we're a conservative, which are way the men abortion, send me idea. In the cases now, and you have the we say no obey decide any idea. Ghana doesn't have that history. Ghana doesn't have that jurisprudence. Ghana does not have that judicial culture. Yeah, say judge media or you're impartial or any lenience and I say the need to see a swa or shemrano. Now I shall send me now or the judgment number. That is the culture we have in Ghana. Yes, start here say appointing Kofu Supreme Court near dear Ushe and Kofubia Omako Sunday as parliamentary candidates near the Nana appointing Omoko near the yes, start it time. Moma careful, careful. A group they must as a Kanya Supreme Court, who could do Supreme Court. Oh my appointing Omunino as a Nipa Bakubina or no appointing and call for name for quote unquote. Edu different person never or no feel say oh yeah some way I the call and the crown if is amanyokum intimate so else I'm finding ways I'm even him for and I didn't let the coming now Miss Madai now Miss for Apple. Once we start doing that with the judiciary, no, we will have a serious problem. Linear, we will have a very serious problem. So politicians must understand that the judiciary is the one place the partisan politics they've been playing in the executive and the legislature must not be taken. And the people, citizens, many journalists, we should also understand. And when we start seeing the presidents, the other so start appointing or appointing, they are openly partisan. Openly. There have been people who have been here insulting people on social media, left, right, center. Yet they almost a superior court. How are we not worried about this? How did these people pass through the process? How are they judges? And we all sat down quietly and then watched. So we are opposition leader and I said, what are we all expecting that you will do? Because the previous person did this. He has stuck the superior court with his people. Quote unquote. I mean, let's not do this with the judiciary, respectfully. Let's not do this with the judiciary because if people do not say what they are saying or call judge anymore. Starting behind the clerk and say, my lord, or NPC me and answer NPP. Na me who how America. If any old case now, we plead in the Munukra, no, the back and say, we are a member of this political party, now I attach you party card. Near the no account, know your constituency, we will our party, no, we now I can even answer. As some now, Professor Okan, now I say, because we need oil party. And now we are some now afraid DC, and now afraid NP. So, one French judge, what I say, because we need oil party. Is that how we want to do the judicial system in this country? Is that what we want to do? Let's be very careful. Sometimes it starts in a very subtle manner. I say, oh, you Chief Justice. Oh, it's not you Supreme Court Judge Bako. The next day, you're appointing Kofobi now parliamentary candidates. That's how it is starting. And we are not mindful of the culture we are beginning to create. Even judges' promotions, could do the idea. I say, we have to be careful. We have to be very careful because it will get to the point where now partisan politics will rule everything in this country. And we are gradually getting there. Intermediate solution, I made a man say, you realize, say, you bet to me, Eddie, am I your same executive? No problem. And no problem. Every baby, sometimes we must let reason prevail and we must let competence take the lead. You see, and you say, the guy and who put a position who name the party. And even if you are the best for the job, sometimes globally, you have been acclaimed. Say, was our area where we are you because but fine, that's what we are doing in the executive, no problem. In the legislature, majority can't say minority minority can't say majority no problem. We can keep doing that. But let us shield and insulate the judiciary from partisan politics.
Right.
That is what I would say.
Great. Lawyer, on say political game, no? On say strategy, play key role. Na de biana me kase, ensema ekoso wo kukuo mu no. A donson chain the ane be to abonten ma yenya bika no. There were a lot of conversations ekoso wo kukuo mu a. And no, it's within the selected few. Na impanyifo se utu okrafo so na utu momone sofo. On say eya na aban nkofo a previous government ne power mo no. Lawyer won yini say ano mo so da suban ebiadi. Omo so wo a certain posturing bi wo a. Eno no ti na ba foforo ne ba. Na ohunu say oye threat man no na. Because it say obiani obeye saade ne kwa. Do you think say Tokonu in his past years minim te bia wo technical bia obetimi ahimfe say bia saa nipa no soso ya na ono soso omu posture bi ana say omu disposition bi no aya na eye threatening ana because ye tu emu fo no me sure say o manpanyi bi yi obi na pepepe ye ekoso na ono ankasa na judges ni bi ono mu ye adwuma nyina from different parties say we die obaye no wagina ni mudie mu o de mrana ye adwuma na se koba se ya na omo amu bi so start so omo suspect say even omo da no bi so play partisan politics secretly and say in a subtle way a onyini se no ne na threaten new party no so ba say ene se saade ono so be take that position na
Minya, interesting because a very good point now we're making. You say utu okrafo now utu momone so for. No crap papa like a spot on. Because sometimes, yes, you are right. The posture of certain appointees, and I say certain, what you say judiciary assembly, so let's not even refer to them as appointees, of certain judges appointed by a certain president, sometimes does not help their case. You are right. You are 100% right. And Ninano based on culture na ye creating.
Okay.
Culture me want them American because nipa na wa from Nankasa number one or you openly biased.
Right.
What's the nipa dia ye na ye means or you openly biased. Me bobodin. But recently, almost your superior court judges appointments be. Me amada to be count. There's nowhere who be catch him on your member of a particular political party. Me boni pani being here. But I mean, me now for 4 lawyers, 4 years na share bon come. Yes, free. Yes, say ana eye danger na wa appoint me pawdi. E de ne ko hasi. Because you na ye ni. Any secret and say dia omo akufuemu ye supporting party ni kufuemu ni ade ni bi why ya change the post cry ye nim we there a far point ni pass because once again what's that emra fine so and na wo di aya ade a enye nti obi ebusa ana enye emra fine so ne tai wanko betin wanko we yo enye hwe okoko tena bench no so he has supported this political party his whole life and now she has supported this party her whole life ni utterances ni ade nyina kire say media ahana na bigina madwin na eposi so say and now what they judge na obesesa Philip say yeah appointed on position bi appointed in position because on sesa wa born the brave we do 60 BB we do obedi oba be for retirement na mo say the last how many years no obesesa on sesa. So we should expect what we get based on the people we appoint. And certain positions have been held sacred. Say it's not about na ekoko lobby man no why papa na ekoko di man no na why nya na owo amanyo konimu na okoko di man no ne ade. We shouldn't do those things with certain positions. So you are right. Of course, if you appoint a biased person, a politically biased person, as a judge of the Superior Court, are you expecting? So will demonstrate the open political bias. And so you know that is the angle we should be moving towards. That may I did about what I am one say. Musa also near air no. And what to say judicial service can be. Because a judicial service almost boss na attacking no. Me say almost out about the can be and see. Is it possible say meaning for your crown and for a story we move but is it possible say or crown and who are sent? Is it possible say on your human and casana crown no money now on your human and casana crown be no crown said I'm poor crown because of crown you be any. Is it possible? Is it not possible? Because I was expecting say anka issues we start here na L-Koba. We are a certain kind of leader. Na say we nim send your leadership here ni ejuma wo ye ni den. Sometimes they speak up for you without you even trying to engineer anything because they are all worried. Say, hey, we mo the baha say it won't help us. So it will not help us. Sanity, but a 30-year L-Koba means it's a judicial service. Academia, and a judge for the they ding some but think judges no mean say they have associations.
Right.
There's association of magistrates and judges so say they association. And see association no, I don't know much mean the country and find defending or chief justice. And then a judicial service into the country. I say you know you jam a minute or no plans and send ho. Is it possible say be a man and Cassani ni or nine sheda and kuyi and and I'm being so maybe some with the specific reference to this chief justice. Although they are naming to means now they and Cassani who says he demonstrated open political bias and that's all your NTP me and I have not seen that.
Right.
There are some judges who born with the commission I mean, previous way, bra. Which means me poster now or the corporate Chinese near the which me those are facts.
Right.
Think that's this way there doesn't get to talk on me ya way. Nyanka sapetali me ya way so ye NTP. Nya me nim me say Niknu used to be Nako boss pointed under NTP.
Oh, okay.
Okay. They say Niknu ye NTP. But meaning judges they are warring for MPP, NDC, a judge, Nakasa Muano, on Yam Amanyosen. You see, the fact that your husband is an NPP person does not mean you're an NPP person. There are even NPP people who are married to NDC people. So that is neither here nor there. In Nakasa, there may evidence there, maybe they can't say there, just to get to talk on or politically biased. I have no evidence to be able to say that. But the question I'm asking myself is that why is it that judicial service and sorry country. Why is it that Association of Magistrates and Judges was then so almost sorry and country? I think is it because they have issues with her? Is it possible? Because judicial service may expect say there are more policies. Now they say may kind of earlier. Say me aware of what the policies are, but I know that we create a serious benefit system for appointees. It is not strange if it will be in a policy somewhere as part of your benefits as Chief Justice, which means to kind of business class and our business class and I said then which may know spouse, which may know family up to area and it's not strange if there's a policy like that. It will not appear strange to me. Now you to come has in a Speaker of Parliament. Yes, in the home of you to quiet back. The last time we use item B on Sika, yes, you spending on healthcare for Speaker of Parliament alone. Were we not sitting here? Has anybody taken Speaker of Parliament on say because we use government funds? Because he's entitled. Yeah, I have to say. We award this position you have more benefits we choice. And she said Obiaba, their previous ones being nothing happened for them to call on our entitlements. In the current one now, but not on maybe as or calling on so those entitlements are. How is that a problem? If we don't like it, let's change it. But don't say that I didn't know what but Obama. We have different morals, we have different standards, we have different preferences. So, that is what I am going to say on that angle. Say, it is a bit surprising that the judicial service is not talking. It is surprising that the Association of Magistrates and Judges are not talking. And the signal it is giving is probably not very good because out of petition photo screenshot now you buy out 1 page of a house page be my obi to time. So our policy be more now be expect say obi to me sorry I can say idea way our policy no any public document say na exe into no. Then we end that conversation. At least me I can say you after now petition so you 3 petitions you now say in some different view of what so obi fan I don't know so try the two Facebook my and yeah that kind now you dealing with issues no 1-2-1-2 now you take kako because where you may who be some imagine show muka where your issue are there in camera but constitution no na actually says and else say and come on the public now you okay you say dey na me the way election petition no you get it the same way. This is what the accusations, the charges are. This was what the woman said in her defense. And who reaction said, I dare not call baby, not say you say, oh, I did be acquiring ya. Nothing you say, no question, I might say, woman, I said, I deal with your mommy. I mean, no idiot, there's no way. Sometimes transparency helps all of us to accept certain things. Election petition, people were able to accept it because there was transparency. We could see what was happening. I said, this will be question. Now I started trying to attend. We could see it. So at the end of the day, those who lost knew they had lost. Those who won knew they had won. And we all moved on with our lives. But this process and the way, yes, they are handling it the way that the law says they should handle it. But I don't know if the outcome goes a certain way, which has been predicted by certain people now. I don't know how it will help this country. That is my only worry. But I am also calling on those who have worked with this woman, the judicial service, those who can't talk. Judicial service are allowed to speak. They go on demonstration. We hear them all the time.
Right.
Allowance, allowance. They do almost make us into
okay. All right. And send you no and I can see be a Newmano And I'm offended say race ipsa loquitur no. The evidence speaks for itself.
No. The evidence speaks for itself. No.
Yeah, share. You say no dey be I can say the better abontin e ka no kakra bi. The enhu no e na dɔɔso. Nti no the one be play akire ne the better abontin no. E ba ye de ni be di akire ne enhu bebe ba kosi. Lawyer, you better was no pay wo enchirimu a ne wadwenkyira o de bae. You better was pay.
You mean nyame ensina.
All right. Timrepa me be sa afraid na ya say edi nkomo. All right. Abusuafo for lawyer George Anti or a private legal practitioner ono ne tin nka ye ne no twetwe nkomo fa Chief Justice ho nsensemi I say no e twaguo on say na wotwi yankasa ne ye hwe over politicization amanyo sema yamana traswa abawra babia say dey abeduru judiciary no na yesaka Dr. Santiago Doc akwaba hey na what you be ani asema ba
na what you be obi kan say apam Chief Justice am fa me ho be
fa
we can fa me ho kra
we are post you in there and very interesting
I mean K.O.B. My mention na mention a long weekend the Easter na feel we say because the Easter na feel near you see
as o mu ye bi
theater I say theater
as a movie bi no mu yi tire
no sometimes akenja omo no nyoma de theater arts omo they are performing something they understand their own language but what I say
so omu yi sini bi na kire
na na power I mean enya anything hidden MPP na power enya anything hidden I mean the posture near the amount for the kasa they take decisions bi no that is what they do enunti say na yeka say sa democracy fun we na practice now people don't want to understand
that's right
sa democracy we know amount for on say politicians they are treating say democracy no nko ane say yekoto aba but principles say define democracy no it entails a lot and you may be brain and me who say democracy or say institutions here adwuma baby or say independence of the institution here adwuma baby institution here autonomous near the here adwuma ni nyina no amount for any ko
right
if you say democracy there kabi mami kabi na say there say kire nyina na say when it is 7 December every 4 years we go and vote but it is never like that it say obaye makam what to say we vote to change the surface but we are not interested in the content. It's media coming on some of these things, no. Anka Kameka says their own cup of tea.
That's right.
Because these same politicians, no, almost pretend. But what I say, so Oka say, and a Kwaku Owusu Ghana, Omodia Muyankra, Muni Munti, and maybe a soldier by Modia Mantiasia, but they are abusing what they call democracy.
Right.
What they call democracy, democracy, the rule of law. Democracy the accountability, democracy the systems here adwuma, democracy the obi amen fansan kano fa no court, democracy the but you busa politician whether the court system no fair na fair. The politician will tell you the court system is never fair. Politician court no kulusu case obechichi mam wo hu say judge no your politician a political ruling, a political victimization. So what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? So we cannot pretend. Three arms of government, Edru baby is a separation of powers. Edru baby is for the purposes of checks and balances in tea. But what I say?
Right.
Now, so Mampeni and a ye Chief Justice. No Mampeni and a ye electoral commissioner. No Mampeni and a IGP. Ni a shada de bibia kote hon say so yi ni momudia na se o person say yi na aje so e de ono yi no pobe yi na di. You know, our fact can be so some flimsy will be no suspended, and it's within the law. It's within the law.
Obi na adwin so de mre di boni ehu pa.
And I make us say, embrana na democracy promise you say under the system of democracy no, ye de mre be ye adwuma no. Sa mrana no masa jato krom no mu bofam ye omniema.
To obi ya was me ko ye law. Unse politician no na abaso ya me koye law ntino ma dwene ho di nti ade nti obi ha ya oseme koye law obi ha ya oseme koye law obi ha ya oseme koye law
no dey K.O.B. I may disagree with you and you say a noble profession
right, if
you want to be a noble person you go there.
And then a prerequisite for so because MP and I say come here say
me who is sad the bet also ya no mo say law no there in retirement age and to be on my when adwuma na oye na lawyer be the 18 who dey still a kokota then why do you want to keep yourself in a professional at age 60 na wakotchen fee
right
nti obekwa akoye law a open profession.
Okay, that's another
in as much as you are strong, you can read through the books.
Okay
You go to court nti why do you nti na bi adodo na but me point ni na say sansem we here koso no the politicians understand their game. You ask a very perfect question. Almost aya na ye mo appointment na ban foforo ba na otata omo no ya ye nkohwe omo su posture abra omo su di omo mre no
interesting
obi di nimra hwe no posture etimi ana me anada omo refi say politics ana na nansi ana omo twetwa short videos bi chief justice the way I was here position ho na obusa questions bi one speaker some speaker ne speaker ne markings massive and people are also saying that look at how fast now if your market mo call supreme court no makwaji judgment they understand their own political game people cho ye ma me mo anope omo nsu ato ya omo ni abrewo omani abrewo blue light ni pz na omo di omudwa no ya pop chief justice and so what ya pop chief justice they understand their own politics.
Adok ya mfia no so antun so e ebe mo maye ne sa
make us say sa de na omo ye no and lawyer can say be say we be say oh ada no abonus mo so me dey say boy to time crab or 10
let's say evil.
A perfect description of the movie that we are watching. A perfect description.
Too much
so winner takes all. Winner takes all at the end. And one ye dikwe. And one ye dikwe. Iti ya na bi mukasa sometimes kwa do you have to wait for name gu anima say.
E ba ya na kwa so na ko baby. Iti e be twon abo so.
Exactly. Eba ya no resign and for politician ofi say opeso take decision bi ono fi say wo hide under circumstances of independence and autonomy bi now they are blocking it there obe you free and you how people insulted Domlevo adenti Domlevo akọ question Domlevo say obi nkofa Ghana etua 1 million onkofa ho adwuma oyem ranti how is here Domlevo you be Domlevo free honum na obi be act here now society case with the state has no interest in it again and no or exonerate yourself now.
Okay,
people what you say so that is the kind of movie here omo eye cast na omo ye executive producers and omo ye actors na omo team movie na say na ye hwe bi na ya confused movie na ye hwe Ghana ha no wo be confused see ya.
Doc, I do be say Doom TV no. Then you movie no.
No see a Doom TV na.
Any be Doom no yeah. I do be say yeah, I heard say Doom. But a serious
I make us say cases are a cost for Ghana. Me die. There be a make us say me die. Me nimre a lawyer for. Na ka me nko akọ bia nko court. Me fa ma asem nko ho. Me nko Minko, common sense case, it me deep 15 years of court. We common sense case. Case. It's K.O.B. where democracy na ya chichino. One, any democracy, papa.
Okay.
Sa baby a, on say anytime you see a constitutional review. Me no mienu ni ema na maso. I am on your phone na. I am telling you. See the constitution and you may shame no to what papa much for. When the organ own see a constitution no as per the current status no and you man bear 40% or 60%. And you may a constitution bear 40% or 60%. No move with time. Na constitution 1992 di the background on here. Every rolling spear in this time na neighbor. It's never be woman. It was to give the military government, more powers.
Near that dance, say we be
no opposition for who here. Omuka say we no de o de moma no ho saa enkakra near start democracy. When we start democracy, the people will vote against the military leader. And the military leader no so who say no free military move na why enjoy authoritarianism and I say why enjoy that absolute power no. So beto also why enjoy some amount of power na or say constitution the niyema bi hihye ne favor no more.
Sanity.
Enti omo mu di akire ba no so ba enjoy no. And we are banu abe enjoy. Sanity. We are banu abe enjoy. When they see a two aba wie adeche a oma amafo nwane free omo anyumem. Ya two aba wie na aban ne sesa. When they see party no bury no ne nkofo so ko chase nkofo free adwumem. And until when it happens like this, me I don't have sympathy for politicians.
Right.
Or I don't have sympathy for somebody who become so politically infested. And to NDC for no movie say Chief Justice no are politically infested in handling certain cases. Okay. And they understand those games. Me, I don't sympathize with any politician because a politician will to me no watch any posture. No if he say we are singing na dia. And he say oh no, I don't can fail no. Me do I have to cry for you? No.
Right.
No be say a umpire nyire ho umpire na the way Chief Justice cry na say me nim pay biabo. Me mom pay mo bia. O man no bugu ma yetim. Me nim pay biabo mo bia. Enunti K.O.B. Abrabona ye bo Ghana ha no.
Right.
Sanity.
Right.
Bank of Ghana penny beko na Bank of Ghana penny for fraba.
Right.
Bank of Ghana penny ohui. Politicians in countries say aban ne sesa si ombem na wo na ombem na to aso. K.O.B. what you say?
Right.
Omo no wo ho. And it is some pa yenye ne say wo ba na do Chief Justice aba. O kwa na ade na o do ade ko. O ba na do isi aba. O kwa na do isi ko. Eye saa ne beye. Omo beyi omo ka so beyi ombeyi.
Omunim kwan no nyina, omunim strategy.
And I any etia na Yesu say enyo de amu ye na enyo. No, politician is always seeking to gain advantage. And if he say or power there, things are near more beya obinya advantage no. And also
right. Doc, my member Dr. Fio Yakwaba.
Yes sir.
And the Akofa Beni. Chief Justice for instance, this week near share over politicization. On say yeah establish say amanyo 70 obi antimi nkase we mobi nkodon amanyo K.O.B. Nanso so ye ya mana broso akowura baabi a eni kwan se ekowura na edin sunsuaso eba oman kankro so ena enura beto dwa se Chief Justice ya twena asensen ntino ye de no ye major bite ansa na yaba ye main topic ni so
K.O.B. my main chat here for only my for Facebook.
Right.
And a doctor can come the production team. If you are not or you're but once over. Some so they or no so producer say oh invisible today, but you know come. K.O.B.
Doc.
Now Leonard colleagues almost saying. You Leonard, you Leonard indeed say by Leonard colleagues.
Noble profession.
A noble profession. Professional is untouchable. Professional, Nyansapo na kuta omu. Na Nyansapo kromo de ase de nkabiu. But K.O.B. de be kan say to say that Dr. Kankamu politicians are politicians. Now the omu ye say ya no mo be ya ma wan hwe ya obi di tuo eba be si ye kon ho. Enum ti na ye beka bi na ke ye mfa ho. Yo mu ye politician omu nyina sa no mote. Ba K.O.B. masana ba ma meka ya be si meeting light no mu dundum mo se enye ndan. Dum so ya amu be che me ntias you.
Is it omu dum ne pa o?
We didn't be 5 times. Omutimi nkahwe nkire wo bia ni abeye ni atwro for technical whatever ni sa enti say ya ni yapese ye ho
Mu say mu yi chief justice yentimi nanya light so yentimi nya bi so just no akra say we asi boy e kra na enumre na hit ni edundum no ye wetimi dum ni saa
as obi join no prepare
na dia sabi Nyansapo ni wo.
Oh say you see some of these issues emrebi enche yes say mu de mu kan kire say enne kotwi ampa me for ye be ya adwuma wo ho enti area ha be call patch of first no munye
yes
ye be to ba no munye enti wan be pena mo bia yen second is for come politicians oh anu ti dey see a timetable atwam wo the timetable ba kire dum so enti sisi obi a for timetable ba sisi a media minim na mo ne ma be sen you see any man starting now can man for fee say one no pekasa na wotan
now you politi we should be achi
enu no mo kobusa na pause mo amkwemu mo ye mo timetable it is sisi a no what sense does it make also what technical problem who be CC first no the announcement kra ba ha Ashtown Crow from Miambia say yeah works wa ha until 9 to 4 p.m.
right
na K.O.B we so carbon air assembly we ya the sa pe say chese dum so enti one be pina timetable aba biem sisi a timetable ni ho enti oniema say a na wasunu akoton fro sa sasa na pe ahutimi entrem
ye hu ani na me de at least there are basic things be ho a say politicians o man no person mo fa o mo ma yeso so ordinary Ghanaians na o mo do mo superior Ghanaians no ye entremu ni anwe ho at least can show ne yi baby wo ho a say nsuo bi mada ye doom light ni as nsuo ma nipa at least basic things enye na nse ya no mo so moto light mo so hwan yi electricity bill mo ne nsuo no eno so apre saa mu nka bibia nkyere wo bia na mo ye say ya na ma begina ho ade oman obi a wo dede da no nyina obi enka ne kore ane ye di nsem hu me sis ya nhwe yi a ye suban obi di tuo ba besi ye kon obi di tuo ba besi ye because e bedu point bi a ye be hu say politicians no they can be trusted omudwe omunko aho yo mu yi omudwe omunko aho do ye na beboa na enkrofo kakra bi ni ye hyedem ni ye design ni ye create ade bi ni abeya no munko na ete ho eye I think say some point in this time no BBC a esi e be kire ye nyansa ma yinipa no ya adwe nyina be sa asesa. I think these politicians need to be talked, and they have to be talked through a hard way. Omun tie to a footro omun sia se nyansa so onya kwan na se bi oda Ghana for na so beje to me a e de ne promises ne beje to me a the behavior is different. Oye wi a ombe wo de hwe sa no mote obetrem kakra onya to me na and power without wisdom. Nyansa bi en ti se bi nyansa bi en wonya to me na wontimi fa nyansa wisdom enka ho a se bi na to me hunu enu ne de ayo man na say ye nya to me na e wo se ye yusu but se bi nyansa wo se ye de to ho e de ka power no ho no ye fa nye
we keyword papa without wisdom is destructive.
Yes. And yes, foolishness.
Be distracted. Be
sad. Yes. Sad.
You ma to me nyansa.
Nyansa nka ho a.
Wo be sad.
Wo be sad sa. Wo be sad sa.
Major.
So, enu ne de ti o man mu. Obi a giri se wo to me. Hwan DC mi hwan obi a se wo to me. Eso nyansa wo de be ka ho application of knowledge. Who information, but how to apply it to make it sensible, to make it meaning. Some say Chief Justice ubetimi ayi no. 2 million, but is it wise at this moment to apply 2 million in that circumstance? So, the K.O.B. sani ayo o man no. 2 million ye de ye o man no nyina na obia ba ye mfanyansa nka ho. We don't use wisdom in every aspect of our life. Anything you are politicizing, bibia. She say minimum ahwe kura nipa kura na mo kura be politicize wo say una mane dia ball ho wo koto banchi ayeso ye MPP ni ye ntoma ho. Sa na ye pese ye o man no. Na sebi ye divide if I say judicial coup d'etat no maye. Omo atena se no mo design because e wo premise. At the country as I said, be a NDC strategy. Coup d'etat or more, say. because more records of not recognizing judiciary as an arm of government omo say eboa omo.
So omo say MPP so ye Charlotte Safrio.
Enye Charlotte Sasemo, me talking about history.
Okay.
The background of NDC towards judiciary no enye good. And any statement we over make bia is one of their major problems and that is how designers handle that judiciary. From Rawlings time, 3 judges, one antagonists, omo campaigns, they always antagonized the judiciary. Even omo political campaigns and some of them chief justice a free war. No, a politically motivated or whatever. Now a judiciary no NDC for North womb. You see, this statement, you made this statement, it's a now we are arguing say bibi kura ho kura na person will activate kura na ye beka say washada. That is where we talk about what politically motivated say obeso yi ma free ho. But why make it that statement? That's a wo ban say wo ye bibia, nobody will say anything.
Oh, okay.
That's where I'm talking from. Enti nye say bia maame no ebia no e bibi. Na bia ye justifiable.
Bakaman candia.
By Musama and name Musubanya Madan edit towards the judiciary no. E kwama wo de ya sebi e kwama Japan ne Japa Osawan ne ato force in when they clapping for the judiciary. Trauma ya there good judgment. The judiciary is this, the judiciary is that. But go against them is corrupt. And you way sana politicians from Musubantie.
Right.
So K.O.B. Enti me say is a strategy of the NDC based on the history.
Okay.
And their statement and their comment, and that is what is justifying some of us to say and your judicial coup d'etat no my.
Okay.
Just to remove the judiciary, the chief justice, no more be pen for no my way of how to ometimi na me wouldn't lawyer because I side with him say enti omo ho ni nyina no bi ntimi nka hwe. Na me I was surprised even amongst the chief justice omo te panels ye di yo bia enya wa say who ye save